It's Wednesday. It's Wednesday. Hump day. Thank God it's Wednesday. What's going on? I'm Bizak. You're Bizak. Thank you so much for watching our little shop series. Appreciate the feedback. Get it? Some of you loved it. Some of you didn't like the fact that they were sitting in the chairs. But hey, look, we did it, and we did it our way. Because the most important thing is you getting the knowledge out of it, us getting the feedback out of it, us talking about what's actually going on. All right. So hope that and we want to continue that also, too. And we'll be looking to add some young ladies to it, because it's always good to hear both sides' perspective on things when you're talking about issues such as cultural awareness, unity of the community, even with the whole P. Diddy subject, but just different things of that nature, because people do have a lot of different viewpoints on things. But today we're talking about Do the Right Thing. You see, remember the movie by Spike Lee? Probably one of his best movies. If you're younger, you haven't seen it, go see it. It's about his neighborhood in Brooklyn. I think it's Bedford-Stuyvesant, and different racial components of it. And, you know, guys with their new Jordans and trying to be fly, and somebody steps on them, messes them up, but then the guy apologizes, but that still isn't good enough for him at the time. But it's about do the right thing. And just like you, I've gone through different times of this do the right thing, whatever in my life. There's been times when I haven't done the right thing. But, you know, I try to, for the most part, do the right thing. So you may be saying, Greg, well, what's do the right thing? So over the last few days, just talking to different friends and everything. And one thing that comes up a lot, and it always has for years, is how your relationships are with people, unfortunately, when it comes to money. Right? We all have loaned out money or given out money or borrowed money. I've done it also too. So, but it's the thing about how you pay it back. Do you pay it back? How much should you loan? When you give somebody something, should it be given as a gift, and that should just be that? Well, for most people that have money or in large abundance of money, that might not be that big of an issue for them. But for a lot of us everyday working folks, even if we are career-driven working folks, we still need our money. So when you ask for the money or you ask for the favor, have the same amount of great positive energy and humbling energy that you had asking for it when it's expected back of you. Because even me, I would be the kind of person, even if somebody say, you know what, G, here go $100, man, don't even worry about it, man. Yeah, I'm saying, you good, you such and such. You know what I would do? I would at some point, when I got better or on my feet with certain money, I would say, hey, listen, I'm going to take care of my man. He looked out for me. I know he didn't want it back, but I'm going to take care of my man. He looked out for me. Even like when I told you, you know, how I wasn't feeling, good. And I just want to acknowledge this, because a lot of times it's easy for us to focus on the negative, but not the positive. So my brother Sterling, he came over, him and his girlfriend, Fernanda, is like a sister in the family. And they tried to give me some money. And I said, you know what? Nah, I don't want the money. I appreciate it. And Sterling was like, see, I told you he was going to act like that. But even though I didn't take the money, I appreciated the gesture, because I didn't have to ask. They obviously saw that, this guy, because he was in an accident, may be in a time of need. So they did it. And I appreciate that. Now, we all know, because I've talked about this before, that's not typically a regular occurrence, because a lot of times, people will just say, oh, he all right, she all right, she good. But let me get back to what I was saying. You loan somebody some money, they want to act like you're the criminal when you want it back. How does that work? Why, if I can come up, and here's another one too. Man, he tripping over that little $100, $200, man. But it wasn't a little $100 or $200 when I loaned it to you. Now, was it? It was a big $100 or $200 when I loaned it to you. And guess what? Half the time, some of these people weren't even married. Why can't you get it from your wife? Get it from your husband. Get it from somewhere else. But no, you came and got it from me. And because I'm a good guy, and you know, a lot of us have firearms and all that other kind of stuff. But guess what? I'm not going to use it to hurt you. Because 9 times out of 10, if I loan money to you, I love you. I have love for you. You're somebody that's important to me because you obviously know this because you had enough heart to specifically ask me as opposed to possibly asking your spouse, someone else. Maybe your own brother or sister. But you didn't do that. You asked me. And I know a lot of us out here feel that same way, depending on which side of the fence we are, because we all have borrowed and we all have loaned. But isn't that something where you loan and then the person, when they want to, they just get convenient amnesia? Nah, man. Yeah, I mean, that little couple $100, he ain't worried about it. Nah, man. I ain't even think about it. This is what I'll do. I'll just stay away. So now, over this money you owe me, that you don't even want to make a payment plan to try to pay me back on, you owe me, but you stay away from me, now messing up the entire friendship and knowing, like, what I don't know what it is. See, money has a psychological effect on people. That's the reason why, one of the reasons why with debit cards, we all have to watch out. Because with debit card purchases, what will we do? Just put 20 here. Just throw 30 in the gas tank here. Oh, just do this here. And the next thing you know how it goes. You get paid. You might have $1,800 in your account. Next thing you know, because of all of these swipes and everything, now you're down to, oh my God, I only got $843 left to last me the next 2 weeks. We know how that go, right? But, you know, when we got that crisp $100 in our pocket, you know, and we got to give it and then it gets broken, we start to feel that. Oh, dang. You go in your wallet, say, man, I had a crisp $100 bill in there when I started the day. Now all I got is $48.78. And then you start to think back, where did I spend the money at? But psychologically, you know that Ben Franklin has gone to the upper room. And you're stuck now with these Andrew Jackson and these George Washingtons, these ones in your pot, in your wallet. But let me get back. I loaned you this money. Why do I need to feel like the bad guy, as the homie Ray said? Why do I have to feel like the bad guy asking you for it back? Why can't you just be a stand-up person like I talked about last week? Stand and deliver. Why you can't stand up and say, hey, listen, let me get this guy his money back. Let me get this young lady her money back. Because you know, just like most of us, and at a certain point and still doing it, when you're raising kids, you know this. You need all the money you can get. So I'm loaning you money. Not saying I'm putting the kids on the back burner, but I'm loaning you money because I figured out a way to still take care of that, but still help you out. But you don't want to help me. You want to take something away from me. When I loan you something, even if it's a service and you choose not to pay me for the service that I've loaned you or that I've rendered to you, you have now taken away from me. Because I've given you something that I could have given to myself, to my kids, to my parents, to somebody else, but I've chosen to give it to you. I'm sorry, I've chosen to loan it to you. Why don't you want to give it back? You tell me, somebody out there, send this to somebody you know that owes you money and has owed you money for a long time. Why don't you want to give it back? What is it? Because you don't respect me? You ain't got no love for me? You ain't got no more love for Death Row? Is that what it is? That's why you don't want to pay me back. A lot of us go through this. And it's sad. It's sad. It's been times when I've owed people money. I paid them before I paid my own American Express bill. Before I paid at the time when I had Capital One, Citibank. You want to know why? Because at least with them, I can give them their little $30 or $40. Well, not American Express. But the other ones, I can give them their $30 or $40 and say, you know what I mean? I got you in full next month. But when people lend you money, you want to have that. You want your street credit to be right. How you going to borrow something from somebody and then be out of sight? You just disappear for a year, 2 years. Somebody got to sue you. Somebody got to track you down to get their money. You said you were supposed to lay some tile or do something. Next thing you know, you take some of the money for the materials, then you don't show back up again. What kind of person are you? What, you know, as people always say, how were you raised? I don't care if you borrow $20 from somebody. You make a plan and give them their money back. Stop being selfish. You're the one that asked for it. I didn't walk up to you and say, hey, by the way, I'd like to loan you some money today. How much money can I loan you? I just look forward to loaning people money. And guess what? With no interest, or as the mob used to say, no points on it, I'm going to loan you 100. Just when you get a chance, give me my 100 back. Right. 1 month go past. 2 months go past. 3 months go past. Oh, I get it. You think I'm a sucker. You think I'm a chump. That's the reason why you ain't shown back up. Because see, you know I'm not going to come do nothing to you. Even though I know where you live. You see how that works? See how people can be? See how messed up people can be over a piece of paper? No integrity. No pride. How could you have pride in yourself knowing you walking around here and you owe somebody some money? How could you have pride in yourself? Because you know what's going to happen. Eventually what goes around comes around, and when you get burnt, it's going to be worse. The last part of my little soliloquy / rant. Somebody puts you onto something. Somebody look out for you. Somebody does something to go out of their way to make sure that you're okay. Make sure when you spin the block, you spin the block for them. Make sure you do that. Somebody puts you onto something to make you a couple dollars or whatever. Make sure you spin the block and you show love to that person. You want to know why? Because once again, if most of us were millionaires, we wouldn't even be worried about it a lot of times. But you know, the crazy thing that I've seen with people that have money, you know what? They're always counting their money. Yes, small other little generous things that they do, but since they play on a higher level, they're not taking those losses at a higher level. When they give their friends loans, they have the lawyers, they have somebody draw it up. Especially if it's a loan of a significant amount. So that way, you don't come back with the terms of this loan. You're my friend. You may be a business partner, but hey, we might have to put a lien on that house of yours. But we don't do that kind of stuff, right? We look out for each other. We look out for each other to the detriment of ourselves. It's one thing to look out for somebody, but it's another thing to continue to look out for somebody and they never look out for you. You ever had a friendship like that before where you look out for the person all the time and they never look out for you? But they don't realize it. They don't see it. They just think that, that's what you're supposed to do. You're my friend. That's what you're supposed to do. No, friendships need to be reciprocal. You look out for me, I look out for you. Especially in times if you know that I'm down, you say, hey, bro, you looked out for me. I'm here to pick you up. Not here to keep acting like a mutt. Bum behavior. Bum behavior. 3 times. Bum behavior. You get sick of it. And guess what? Me talking about it the last few days, I'm sick of it too. So if you got somebody that owe you some money, send it to them and say, hey, listen, this ain't coming from me. This is coming from somebody that's inside of my mind that's thinking the same way I was thinking. Give me back my bread. Pay me back, dog. But until next time, live life. Don't let life live you.